those L's, I couldn't sleep right now. I get paid, fake game, staying B-side. Breaking the blues over steak, I gotta eat right. You could be my peace sign. I don't need that energy around me. I just need sun, you're so cloudy. I wake up good, you're so grouchy. Please get from around me. When the truth don't work, you start telling lies. Thought you were down to ride, you weren't down to ride. Caught switching, you were picking sides. Don't blink, caught slipping like a slip and slide. I was shooting dice till I got a nosebleed. Money on the floor, can't get cold feet. Took an L, should've put it in the offering. Lord, forgive me for my sins, don't know of me. Scary thoughts, I got scary thoughts. Lost control, now I'm taking charge. Breaking bills, friends breaking off. You could be the youngest, I'm the dawn. Kiss the ring, nah. In the scene like GOT. Stay awake, don't sleep.
What is going on? Hey, welcome Buddha 1000. Welcome Dolly Bush to the Tuesday Takeover. Hey, ladies, how you doing? All right. Let's get it started. Sorry I'm starting so late tonight. I just was finishing up on some stuff that I had to do for a video that I've been working on. But yeah, man, welcome. Boy, this week is crazy. I had a video that I made earlier because I had made $200 in a day the other day, and I was freaking out about it. So I had to make this video about it. And I have the link, by the way, in the stream, right down there in the chat section for American Dream Trading. If you guys have ever thought about trading, check out American Dream Trading. And there is a contest going on this month. So I'm trying to get some people to try it out. Click the link and go over and see what you think. So yeah, if you've ever wanted to make extra money and learn how to trade, I'm telling you, American Dream Trading, it's like we're a big, huge family over here. You guys would love it. So definitely check it out. And shout out to Coach and Eric Smoto. Hopefully you did all right today, my brother. David, Mitch, Pastor, Nana, Christina, Kim, Arlo, all of those guys. Data, David, I think I said them all right. Ted, Lolo. There's so many people I could name. Lee, you know, those guys are amazing. Jason that comes in here, Farah. I'm telling you, it's a whole bunch. I mean, it's a community. So you guys would love it. And you learn how to trade to boot. It's a skill you take with you the rest of your life. You know, that's one thing I like about Coach, what he says, you could trade until they put you in the ground. It's not like manual labor where you, after a while, you know, you're not physically able to do it. But, you know, it's just something that I've really come to enjoy. So, yeah, check it out. Click that link. I also have my link to the J. Crew links, which has everything on there to follow me. My Twitter, my Instagram. Obviously, we're already on YouTube. I don't think I have Facebook in there, but I got Twitter, Instagram, Cap, all that good stuff. So if you want a tip assist, it's over there. Other than that, let's get this party started. You know, JJ, Vegan Knowledge JJ will be in here in a little bit. We had a good Meatless Monday yesterday. Buddha, thank you for coming and hanging out. But yeah, man, I did not do any thumbnails this week because I've been so tied up. But doesn't mean we can't talk about the group, right? Doesn't mean we can't talk about them. So yeah, let's get this thing started. Okay, and she said, thank you, Buddha. Don't forget to hit that like button. Yes. Yes. Thank you, Buddha. Best moderator on YouTube right there. So let's start off with, let's see, what's this first couple we got here? Okay, so we got starting off with Gino and Jasmine. All right. And it's cool too because I have the thumbnail there that I have created, which has Gino and Jasmine on it. And there's a reason why I wanted to go with that this week. I mean, I really don't know about y'all, and please let me know what you think about this in the comment section. This is absolute. I started to call it disrespectful hypocrite, but I didn't want Jasmine coming after me, attacking me, and all that kind of crazy shit. And then I'd have to lay her ass out, and I ain't trying to get into a battle with Jasmine because you never know who's watching you. Remember, I didn't know Karen Everett was watching the stream until she followed me on Instagram. It was like, yeah, I like your show. And I'm like, wow, you watched that? Like, how'd you even know about me? You know, so you never know. Certain videos get around to certain people and traction can happen in the wildest places, you know? And she turned out to be so sweet and so cool. And I love her to this day. We still chit chat. So it's like, you know, you never know. So like Ro was on here the other week saying that somebody had dipped into her stuff or came on her stream. Coach, somebody that he admires, came into his stream. You know what I mean? So it happens to us. So you never know. If she happened to be watching it, I didn't quite want to go that deep with it and call her a disrespectful hypocrite, but she's a disrespectful hypocrite. I mean, no harm. And we've got Vegan Knowledge JJ coming on. You there? Honey?
Sorry, I was muted.
Ah, there you
Don't
go.
tell anyone. Oh, everyone already knows.
But yeah, I think this was completely disrespectful for Jasmine to be not only on the phone with her ex, but to be calling him honey, sweetie, baby, I love you, and sure as shit not to be talking about the fact that her man is not having sex with her. She talked about very intimate details between her and Gino with her ex-boyfriend. And she referred to her ex-boyfriend as honey and baby. And we hear her call Gino baby like that all the time. And she talked to him like she was talking to Gino.
Yeah, that's a real, like, I'm telling you what I think it is. I think she has pent up anger because of him sending that information to his ex, and she is single-handedly now trying to get him back with this crazy stuff she's pulling because she knows that is not right. That's not a friend. You don't, while he's there, it's not even like he lives there, right? Like, he came there to see you for a short period of time, and you're trying to get married to the guy and go live in America. But
without a prenup.
Wait until he finds out the guy, he is paying this high dollar apartment for her to live down the hall from her ex, who she's calling behind his back talking to.
And see, here's the thing.
This is crazy.
He has yet to find out that the guy actually lives in the building.
Right.
He's freaking out because she's talking to him. It's like, guess what, Gino? You don't even know the half of it. He lives here.
Right.
He lives in the same building. So honestly, I think, and you guys let me know what you think about this in the comment section. I think when he finds out all there is to know about this Dane guy, I think that prenup is going to come back into play. What y'all think?
Yeah, big time. Or if anything,
I think that prenup's being brought back up.
A preview of the blow up. I'm not sure if you already read the chat, but hi everybody, what's going on? Welcome in, Farah. She said,
Farah, I just said
Buddha 1000, Dolly. I know I don't see the chat till before I come in, but I'm hoping, I'm just going off the names I remember you saying hi to. But welcome everyone. I think somebody, Renee, was it, said they were going to be here this week, or somebody.
Yeah, Renee's on vacation. Yep.
It couldn't be more fun than this, but we'll see.
Farah, your ears must have been burning. I just mentioned you a little while ago when I was talking about ADT. But yeah, welcome.
Buddha said, I was confused on how she was saying she is mature enough to be friends with the opposite sex, but Gino is not. She basically was trying to gaslight the world crew. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not anything that you can make an excuse for why she's talking to her ex, and certainly why she's referring to him in that manner. And that she even moved into the same building with him.
And talking about their sex life, that's not really something.
That's not right. And here's the thing. If Gino stays with her, he's going to bring the prenup back up. But if he decides to leave, I wouldn't be surprised. And she can't blame him. And she admitted to the production crew that yeah, if she caught Gino doing that, she'd throw a shift that she said over my dead body, but I'm more mature than him. Really? Really? Because is talking to your ex mature?
And the thing about her is this is all based off of her insecurity. She's feeling insecure about her relationship with Gino. But what I found was funny.
But you know what? Wait a minute, hold up. Before you even go there, let me rephrase that. Okay, because I'm thinking in my that's not always the case with everybody. Let me not talk in absolutes. Okay. There are people who are able to have relationships with their exes, especially when there's children involved. But the way she is, there's no kids involved, and the way she's referring to him as baby and I love you, and you don't, that's inappropriate. Go ahead, John.
And where's this guy been before? All of a sudden, now that they're having issues, he's popping up. And my thing is, it feels like it's her little back burner guy. And she said he's on vacation with his family. Is he married too? You know? And the other thing is, I was gonna say, oh, I forgot what I was gonna say about that before we went into that. I'm sure it'll come to me, but
it'll come back. Eat some more blueberries.
There was something. What were we talking about right before that? About her. Let's see. You were saying that she. It was something really good I had to say too, and I can't think of it. Oh well, I'll have to start writing things down. Dolly said Gino dropped the prenup and now she wants a will. I think Gino is going to put the prenuptial back because he don't like the idea of that will. Gino is not going to be happy around about her ex. Right.
I agree. I just said it. I think the prenup is going to come back into play and he would be right to do so. Because now she is raising red flags. It's like, I'm not going to sit there and leave a will or not have a prenup in place for you to take my money and spend it with your ex. Either whether we get divorced or I die. No, it's not happening like that.
Yeah, because now it looks like she's planning something to be with this other guy.
Thank you. That's what I'm getting. You guys let me know what you think in the chat. I feel like it looks like, hey, listen, get a will. Gino, you better sleep with one eye open. Okay? Get a will. She's going to get in there and kill that man. And then go take the money and run to her ex. I'm like, and honestly, I'll be honest with you. Jasmine strikes me as the type that would do that type of shit.
That's what
I'm not even joking.
I just remembered. She is trying
her temper.
She's trying all this stuff to get him to be attracted to her and to have sex with her, like getting all these things manipulated with her face, her hair, her down there. That rhymed. You know, like when we saw the episode where she was going to get her thing adjusted and all this stuff. And the thing is, he keeps telling her it's because I'm feeling like we're fighting too much and you're kind of nasty to me, basically, the way you treat me. And it makes me, you know, like you said it last week, she demasculates or emasculates or whatever the word is, him. And he doesn't feel like a man and she's always putting him down. Yeah. And now she's pulling the trust out of the whole thing because now she's talking to somebody else. It's like she's not fixing the real root of the problem and trying to be more kind and accepting and nicer to him. And she bosses him and that's what he's not liking. And so I'm like, why are they even still together? There's like some kind of weird thing.
Well, it's Jasmine holding on because she wants to get into that bank account.
Yeah.
Honestly, Jasmine's holding on because she wants to get into that bank account because even she was saying, well, what do I need to do? How long do I need to be a good girl before we can have sex? And he's like, okay, wait a minute, hold up. Don't put a timeline on it because I don't work like that. When we start getting along and it's natural and it's let it be spontaneous. Yeah. You don't plan stuff like that. And I mean, who does? That's crazy. It's like, listen, just let it happen. You just work on your attitude. Don't worry about when we're going to have sex. You trust and believe. When I'm ready to have sex, I will approach you. Stop being so freaking hard pressed and maybe he will ease back into it. She got to let him do what he needs to do to get his mind right to be back into it. And the only way she can do that is not keep. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we ready yet? Are we ready? Leave me alone.
Well, the thing is, she
You
lost her
know?
power, and she doesn't like that. That's usually what she holds over men that she's
Yeah, but now
dated.
she's coming off as desperate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like,
please have sex with
but
me.
that's
It's like,
because
come on.
he pulled the other way with it. Like, she's usually like, "You better do good to me, or I'm not going to have sex with you, Gino. You'll never get sex from me again." I'm sure she's probably said that to men. If you don't give me this, you're not getting sex. All of a sudden, it was like tug of war, and he let go and was like, "Okay, I don't want sex with you." And now she's in an uproar, calling the ex and getting a will and all kind of shit. Like, I would be
And the ex is
scared.
saying you deserve somebody who's gonna treat you better, and he's saying all the things that she wants to hear. Thank you, baby. Thank you, baby. It's like, yeah,
He looks
okay.
like one
Wait till
crazy
Gino
man is going
watches
to
this
end up
back.
in jail for killing him or chopping his you know what or something.
Yeah,
Lorena.
she seems like a Lorena Bobbitt type chick.
And then on there crying on 60 Minutes
cut
and
his
shit.
shit off.
Like, I didn't mean to do it. I love Gino. I hope he knows that from wherever he is.
I love him. I would never hurt him. Yeah, right. Okay.
Buddha said, I'm side-eyeing Gino too because he's been swimming in the red wave for a while. So to think she could stop arguing is laughable now. And Dolly said Gino needs to leave Jasmine by the wayside, and she knows Gino's family don't like her. Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute, Buddha. You're gonna have to clarify. Swimming in the red wave?
Does that mean he's delusional?
I need to know.
I know. I never heard that expression.
I need to be
I
put
thought
down
I was
with
the
that.
only one. I was going to ask you after the stream. Like, by the way,
because I'm like, no. I'm like, does that have anything to do with having sex during period time or something?
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I'm like just picturing all the things that could mean, red flag. I don't know. Enlighten us, please. But yeah, so I don't know. Gino and Jasmine, it remains to be seen. They're going to show next week where he's talking to the girlfriends and they're putting them down with what's going on between her and Dane. And then they show that he confronts her about it. And then it's like, well, are you cheating on me? Well, I mean, yeah, sure, Gino, I'm cheating every other chance I get. That's how you going to ask her that. She's not going to just admit that she's cheating. Some people might do that. If they want out of the relationship, then they're going to say, actually, yeah, I have.
She meant the Red Sea, she said.
Huh?
She meant the Red Sea, not the red wave.
Okay, so, yeah, I tell you what. I don't think they should be together. I honestly don't. I don't think they should be together. And this relationship is nothing but toxic.
It is.
And it's going to end badly. You know what I mean? It almost ended badly before, but if it continues, it's really going to end badly. And
it's been going badly. Forget ending, right?
Yeah, it's not healthy for either of them.
I think
he's tormenting her. She's got an inferiority complex, and she already suffers with depression because she was over on Instagram talking about it. And then he's already spent. He's checked out. You can tell. He's trying to get it back, but every time he tries to get it back, she dampens it. It's like a stock that goes up, and then you got institutional buyers to come in and sell the stock, and it just starts to plummet. There's nothing you can do about it. His feelings are down here in the you know what I mean, in the demand zone. Yeah. And there's nothing that she can do about it other than just be nice and sweet for as long as possible and hope that works. But that's not the way to be, because if this is not the real you, that phoniness is only going to play for so long, and then she's going to be back to her old mean self, and it's going to be too late. Will have married her, and now it's got to be a whole divorce thing. And if he doesn't go into it with a prenup, he's done. I just think Gino needs to run
in the
far away
zone right now, where they're, like you said, they're both. It's not
grasping at straws
of them right now, because Gino, whenever he wants to say something, it's like he can't even speak up. We were joking about that face that he makes. I think you did an
That
impression of it. Yeah, it's like he doesn't feel like he can even speak in the relationship
like he's
without
like
her.
chewing on something. You could tell his facial expressions. He could never play poker. He could never play Texas Hold'em because he would start on that chewing shit, and you would know, okay, he's got something over there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because you could, yeah, I'm not gonna cook without the proper equipment. Are you talking to your ex? Or no, wait a minute. I don't make plans like that. We just gotta let it happen.
Right. It's like he's trying.
I'm like, he
He
starts
knows he's about to
chewing
get going.
on his
He's about to go
lips or
off.
something. I don't know.
Because she's feeling insecure, and so is he in a way, because he's not secure in the relationship now. He's already sent emails to his ex and got her fired. Like the whole thing is just gone.
Let me ask you guys a question, babe. You and everybody in the chat. Do you think that Jasmine has been talking to her ex all along?
No.
Because they didn't show any, like you said, okay. So do you think she's doing it because she genuinely cares about her ex, or is she trying to make Gino jealous because he's not having sex with her?
She's trying to make Gino jealous because he's not having sex with her, and make herself feel better that somebody loves her and wants her, and doesn't think she deserves this. And her friends aren't. Something in her life has caused her to need approval from a man and be like
This
wanted.
Gino not having sex with her.
That's it. And so she's trying to get that reassurance, like, see, my ex
That
likes
she's still
me.
sexy.
Yeah. Jasmine has some evil eyes, Dolly said when she gets upset. Yeah, she's evil.
Yeah, she'll
That's
get
why
that.
I'm like, Gino, watch out.
Her whole facial expression, like you can tell.
I'm surprised she
when
hasn't been
she
violent.
gets pissed. I think she has behind the scenes. Remember last season, or a couple seasons back, she grabbed his hat off and like threw it at him, and you know what I mean? And didn't she hit him before?
I can't remember, but I feel like something went on. I remember they were, yeah, she was, but when she screams at the top of her lungs like she did that time when she found out about that
Dude,
text
that
message,
scene,
boy.
that was a crazy scene, man. And she did actually come up in Gino's face. She grabbed the hat, and I remember the producers jumping in there and grabbing her.
Mm-hmm.
Because they thought she was going to attack him. But she did run up to him and kind of push him, and she took his hat off his head and kind of threw it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, she will definitely attack Gino if provoked and if she gets too angry to where she can't come back. But understand this, though. I also have Gino, if he's pushed too far, coming back physically at her. I don't know why. I feel like he would black out. I don't know about that, but he would definitely restrain her.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I don't want to see Gino get in trouble because he's a nice guy, and I feel like she could push him to that limit, and he doesn't need someone like that. And she definitely doesn't need someone like Gino. She's going to need someone who's a little less emotionally involved in the relationship. I mean,
she seems like she needs somebody who's like her ex. He seems like he's enamored with her. It's making me wonder why they even broke up.
Mm-hmm. I think, didn't somebody say last week, was it Dolly or Buddha? One of them told us that it's because, and I think she might have mentioned it too, that he couldn't handle her drama. Was that the ex that she was talking about? So it's like,
probably
you're doing the same thing to Gino, and you're now showing that you create drama in a relationship because you're with another guy calling him.
Yeah.
So you could be with
him.
The
ex has to know. And she's looking stupid because even if she wanted to hook back up with her ex, he has to be. I know if it were me, I would be like, okay, but why are you talking to me? So if I was Gino, and I'd be pissed if you were talking to me right now. But here you are. I'm your ex, and you're talking to me behind your boyfriend's back. I would never get back with you because you might be talking to Gino with her.
Because you always want what you can't have, she does, probably. So it's like she can't, get in on Gino right now.
Yeah.
So she's trying to make him jealous with her ex. But it's like, in doing that, you're proving to your ex that you still got drama.
Exactly.
But she's trying to be like, woe is me, and crying to him, and it's
Yeah,
like
but
you have all those
luckily he's been with
girlfriends.
her. So
Yep,
he
that
knows
ex
her.
doesn't want to deal with her drama, Buddha said.
Yep. So I don't know. Let's move on though. I tell you what, I don't see Gino and Jasmine working out. And if they do, more power to them. The next couple we got is Riley and Violet. This was an interesting scene. Let me know what you guys think about his mom and his family. I tell you what though, I don't know what Riley was thinking about handing out all those gifts and brought nothing
The
for the mother
mother.
and the brother. I'm like, where's their gift? He could have taken one of those gifts instead of giving the daughters 2 gifts each. He had 4 gifts there. And I know you're trying to press Mama Bear and hooking the daughters up, but how about impressing her mother?
Yeah, I think though, like it's a little different in America than it is over there. And he's thinking of it like you said. I really do believe he was trying to bring the children gifts, and wasn't till that moment he probably was like, oh shoot, this ain't looking right because I just realized what I did. Or at least give them
Mom was pissed
to him at
off.
a different time, pull out 20 and give it to her or something at this point because you are looking real like. But I think he was trying to impress, Violet and the family and saying, look how good I'm treating her kids. But,
Right.
sometimes in those
But
other
still, it's
cultures,
like, okay, and you
brought her
got her
some
mom right
flowers or
there.
something to go in the table.
Right.
Like, it did.
You got her mother right there. You brought her mother nothing?
Especially we know
like
how.
even in the United States, that's not different here. That part isn't there. You would always take the mother something if you're going to her
For
house.
dinner, right? And then like the other thing is, I mean, sometimes they had to bring like a goat and stuff like to
the dowry for the daughter. You got Kim buying goats and shit, and little baby Kim and Kim Mangas or whatever her name is buying goats and shit for Usman's mom. Okay, if you're gonna meet her parents or meet her mother, I mean, stands to reason that you should have brought her a bottle of wine, some flowers, some type of, hey, I'm into your daughter. Can I get your approval?
Did you think maybe he thought he was going to see that her kids with her by herself and not with the whole family, but then save the gift?
I think she explained it. I think she explained it to him, but who knows,
Riley is extremely and Dolly said, and her ex-husband, I think this is back on Jasmine real quick, her ex-husband left her nothing. That's why she wants Gino's money. Right. And Buddha said Riley is extremely insecure. It's scary. And yes, I agree. He should have brought her mother and brother a gift too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude. I'm like, man, he is very insecure. And mom picked up on it. And she said, my daughter, I often see her crying on the phone with you and getting upset. What's going on? Does he have a temper? And the way that Violet kind of colored that story, she didn't say, yeah, he wanted to see my phone. I'm texting and he wants to see my phone, looking at my phone. But you didn't say it was a guy with no shirt on your phone.
And also that,
that's what raised concern for him.
He started out already concerned, calling the private eye. Then he gets over there and she doesn't want to spend the first day with him. And then she changes her plans and spends it with him. Then in the store, that was
I'm sure
awkward.
She didn't tell mom any of that.
Wasn't it when he was getting the outfit made? It was like sometimes he knows that she's joking around, but he didn't laugh at that when she said,
no,
I told him you were
he was
ugly.
Old and fat and something
and
like
instead
that.
of him laughing at it, he looked like he got mad. And then to go outside and get the text right after that, it was just bad timing on her part. And who is the guy? Why can't she let him see it? Like, I was a little, thinking, okay, what is going? If it's no big deal, then let him see it,
Right.
Because something
that was my point.
changed.
Especially if the guy's half dressed and then you're acting so secretive about it.
And he was there, like, you know what I mean? Like in your town. So you can't.
What the hell are you doing texting somebody and you're on a date with Riley for anyway?
Yeah.
Why isn't your phone like turned off just in case? So if you're like, okay,
right.
We heard Riley say in the other episode, she's still on that dating app. So stands to reason, common sense would tell him that's somebody from the dating app that she's talking to. and it's a guy with no shirt on, she still never deleted the app and demanded that he deleted the app. That's somebody from the dating app. You know? No, I bet you it's going to come out that she's dating more than Riley, that she's getting money from more than Riley.
And her knowing he's insecure is playing into that too, because she can be like, you know what, you're too jealous. But like in some ways, maybe he needs to be with her.
Yeah. You know,
Buddha said, I'm pretty sure. Oh, Dolly said, didn't Violet call Riley ugly? Yeah, I think she did in the store, but we are unsure whether sometimes she's joking. I hope so.
That's one of the things that he likes about her is her dry sense of humor.
Like that dryness.
Because you can't tell.
Buddha, that might have been too dry. Buddha said, I'm pretty sure when he left Violet's daughter and mother, Violet's daughters and mother
shared the gifts,
told her to leave him, especially since they had to school him on calling her a liar. And it's no big deal text, but Riley covering her and phone and demanding, but Riley hovering over her and demanding to see her phone is a lot. Shirt or no shirt, he'd have issues. Right.
Yeah. Yeah, Riley needs to dial it back a notch. But, you know, again, if you really believe in your heart that something's going on, then go ahead and hire that PI. Go ahead and give him a call and let him follow her around like a little lost puppy.
When she finds out that he's even hiring someone, though, she might end the relationship just for him being too jealous.
But then good riddance if she's doing something she ain't got no business doing anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So that would work either way. If she found out and didn't like it and left him, and as it turns out she's got other guys on the hook, good for him. If she didn't, if she doesn't have somebody else on the hook, but she's just being, I'm going to talk to whoever I want and being controlling or whatever. If you don't like it, I'm out. Good. Bye-bye. Because honestly, I don't like the way she addresses him. I don't like the way she talks to him. And she's like, no, I'll speak. It's almost like he's beneath her, and I know she's making a lot of jokes. She doesn't trying to control him per se, but she in a way is. I hope he behaves tonight, and I didn't speak, so you can speak when I allow you to. I know she's kind of joking, but part of me thinks she's kind of joking and kind of not.
Me too.
And I see we got another comment down there.
I think I read that one.
What's that? It's no big deal text, but Riley hovering over her.
I think I read that one already. Demanding her phone is a lot. Shirt or no shirt. Like she was saying it, whether the guy had a shirt on or not, the fact that there was somebody texting her, she was going to have it.
Yeah, no, that wasn't read. But yeah. So, yeah, I agree. I completely agree. You know what I mean? She's with him and texting on the phone to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
It looks sketchy, Violet, So, she might want to check herself before she starts calling him out. But you guys saw the preview, right? The sister's getting ready to get up in that ass.
And yeah,
the sister's getting ready to get all up in that ass. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. And she would deserve it, honestly, because she, the first day didn't even spend the night with the man.
That was weird.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Strange. She didn't even go to the hotel. She didn't even know what this hotel room looked like. She didn't even go to the hotel room and help him get settled in. Nothing. And all right, peace out. You here? You good from the airport? Okay, check this out. I'll see you in a couple days. Or I'll see you tomorrow. I'm out.
Right.
Oh, well, what about tomorrow? Yeah, later on, I'll get in touch with you if you want to see me. I got plans. It's like, what do you mean if I want to see you? You're the reason I came here.
Yeah, it's like she should have been taken off that whole week if she could, or at least coordinating that first night with him. That was kind of strange. I mean, maybe she wanted him to go ahead and get some rest or whatever, but not to be there the next morning to be like, okay, let's spend the day. That was kind of weird. And especially him being already insecure. she's got to know that was going to cause something. I think he must have gave her some kind of attitude. That's why she came.
And the mom is worried about it because the mom mentioned that I know he has a temper, and do you think that temper is going to be a problem in the future? And she was telling him, you got to watch your temper if you want to be with my daughter, because she's not going to put up with that. Basically, at the dinner table, that's kind of what she was saying. Because she was like, listen, you need to be making sure that he's the one you want. Otherwise, you're going to have a miserable life. If he's got that temper, you're going to always be miserable because you'll always be defending yourself.
Yeah.
So I don't know that this is probably a healthy relationship. I think Riley needs to take some more time to himself.
Yeah.
And self-reflect.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that a long distance relationship is probably not a good idea for someone that insecure.
I agree. I completely agree. All right, who is next up on the docket?
Tyree.
Okay, so we can skip over Tyree because he didn't have a segment this week.
I hope he's at home healing somewhere, trying to figure his life out.
So we got David and Sheila.
Misha.
Is that Misha
and Nicola?
And Nicola? Yeah, let's keep on moving because we didn't have a segment from them either this week. Boy, they cut out a couple people because the dude that does the stripping wasn't in there with the wife who husband died and all of that.
Yeah,
they were on
more
there this
the newer
week.
couples.
Yeah. Okay, so
David and Sheila.
David and Sheila. What do you guys think about this couple?
I think
I love them.
Yeah, I do too. And I think he brought up something this time that we hadn't heard before about how insecure she is. She's like, she has to work on that. But when he said it doesn't matter, it's our relationship, she kind of got off of it. And then what about her looking at his phone? And then he's the one that got jealous about something, wasn't it? He looked at her phone, or no, she looked at his phone and was like, "Who's this lady?" or something. Do you remember that?
When did that happen?
It was like one of the scenes they were sitting on the bed. I can't remember exactly what. I was probably still maybe I'm thinking of a different
maybe you imagined
it, right? Because I'm like, maybe I was traumatized after all that meat hanging up, being a vegan in that place. And all those chopping the meat. I was like, okay, this is freaking me out. And he's like, this don't smell good like my grocery store. But it's just a different culture, and he's got to get used to it. It's not like spick and span like going into the, the grocery stores here. We put it, we hide it a little better that they were actually animals hanging up. They're just
like
put it right together.
They sit there and eat live animals on.
They think that means fresh, right? And we're like, to
like,
us, means in a little package with plastic.
Well, and again, remember I think they're the ones that also eat that duck that you can see the feathers and oh man, that I can't remember the name of it, but they would eat it on Survivor all the time. Egg. It's like this little egg, but you can see the duck actually forming in there.
Yeah, I remember that. Buddha said, I think David shouldn't ask anything about her ex, right? If he doesn't want to talk about his past. That was weird. He was like, how long has it been since how long were you in your last relationship? And then she's like, did your ex speak sign language? If she's insecure about that, they'll learn sign language.
Yeah. And she's going deaf as well. She's got a hearing aid on. So at some point, she's going to have to learn how to sign because she's not going to have her hearing either. Mm-hmm. So, but I noticed she knows maybe one or two words, but that's it. And now if you've been dating this guy for any length of time, why wouldn't you have already looked up YouTube? You don't need to go to anywhere, go to school or go to YouTube. Mm-hmm. You can learn sign language on YouTube. This is a different world we live in. You can pull anything up on YouTube that you want to learn how to do. You can learn how to fix a freaking car. You can learn how to build a house. You can learn how to do eye surgery. Okay.
Yeah.
So anything you need is on YouTube. How to plant a tree. Anything you need is on YouTube. So really, there's no excuse, for people not that Spanish. They have Spanish whole entire channels dedicated to learning different languages. So if you want to learn another language, there's no excuse, So
I think they're
either
cute, though.
way,
I think they're gonna make it this couple.
I love them. As far as how they go, I love them, and I think she is probably going to learn more sign language. But I love them. But here's the thing: what's up with the sex thing, man? Because I have a feeling that she didn't have a good time. I don't know. Am I reading that wrong? Y'all tell me in the chat. And I don't think she seemed like she had a good time.
I think
And she said she was uncomfortable.
maybe it was the first time, so they were trying to work things out or something. But I don't know.
And he said, "Thank goodness I'm good with my hand." I'm like,
that was too much
right?
information. The whole
TMI.
I didn't want to hear it. They're not the most appealing couple. I mean, I think they're cute, but I don't really want to picture them doing it. I don't know why.
I know, right? I don't want to picture him doing it because for some reason it'd probably be like it was with the food, because he was going to town on that.
Looks a little scruffy sometimes, you got to give it to him. He's going to scruff it.
He's a cool dude, though.
He is really
I hope
kind.
it works
I like him a lot. I like them, period. I think he's real good to her and respects her, and I think she's the same with him.
Yeah, they're very respectful of each other. That's one of the things I love about them. So we got Christian and Cleo. I feel bad for Cleo. I don't know about you guys. I feel really bad. What do you think, Jay? I feel bad for Cleo.
Me too. And Dolly said they was talking too much about their sex together. Yes, they were. I was with you on that. The other couple.
Yeah.
You're right. She said it was painful. Buddha said, I was like, ouch. He just better have hopped in the shower before their fun time, right?
He didn't. He didn't. No. He said, I know I should hop in the shower. He had his socks on and everything, his clothes still on. I'm like, all right, baby.
I don't even want to walk in that room and smell it, right? Gross. Christian and Cleo, I think Christian should not be over there giving her mixed messages if he wasn't completely into this. And what is a guy like him doing? It's like he doesn't know what he wants to do. He's into her, but he doesn't know if he's ready to explore this part of his sexuality. And it's like they're going to end up just being friends.
Yeah, Cleo and Phil Collins just going to end
Phil
up being
Collins.
Yeah, that's Phil Collins, y'all. That is Phil freaking Collins. If he does not look like Phil Collins from back in the day, not Phil Collins now, but I can feel it coming. That Phil, the one from back in the day. He looks a lot like Phil Collins. But yeah, he's giving off a standoffish vibe. And I think it might come from the fact that when and this is speaks to what I said last week, when you know someone's transgender, unless it's a surgery that happened like Gabe's, where there's no way in hell you would ever know unless he told you. But Cleo gives man vibes to me, like transvestite, like dressing man in a woman's clothing, drag. He gives me drag. He doesn't give me woman. And I think that also may be what might be turning off Christian. Who knows? He gives me, she must have stepped away to the bathroom or something. She gives me like drag queen. You know what I mean? And this was only after I found out she was a transgender. Up until that point, I just thought she might have been an awkward woman with a slightly deeper voice than usual. But once I found out she was transgender, all of a sudden, I don't even see the wig and the dress. I see a dude under there who wants to be a woman. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I think that's what it is. I think he's trying to get with it. And he looks at her, and sometimes it's like he can feel who he was talking to online, but it was easy because now he feels pressured. Like, I feel like he's almost being standoffish because he thinks she's going to come on to him.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want to, get her to that point, even so that he has to turn her down, because he's like, this is all new to me. I got to get my head around it.
Yeah, did you see when she got in her little nightgown and she reached down to kiss him? He was like, he didn't seem like, yeah. Like, all right,
Not even
yeah,
cuddle.
long trip.
I feel like
I'm ready to go to bed.
be honest with her and be like, "Do you mind if we move slow? Can we just like kind of cuddle up and get to know each other?" But he's not communicating that to her. He's almost going the other way and not even being like any physical contact. Like, quick peck, going to bed.
Yeah. And unfortunately, it wasn't love at first sight for him.
Buddha
As
said,
much as he raved about how she looked, he must not have been, because he wouldn't have been able to keep his hands off of her. What did Buddha say, babe?
"Oh, I was just saying, Christian's or Dolly said Christian's family doesn't care for Chloe, and Buddha said Christian is there to experiment. I think the life of the
Yep.
party and an introvert don't match, and I understand because you can still see different features in Cleo's neck.
Yeah.
And if he's
So
not
yeah,
ready to explore her being kind of like a man, he shouldn't have went over there.
yeah. If your family got in your head that much and you're no longer feeling her on that level, then now is the time to say something before she gets her feelings too deep.
I
You
feel
know
like
what I
he's
mean?
confused whether he may have some gay tendencies too, or
Not gay tendencies, honestly.
was he just being open and liked her as a person and was trying to make it work with her be like, does he need her to be a woman is the question if she's not all the way there. And it
Right.
seems like he does because he sure is not letting us know anyway that he's diving into the cause. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly see this as another Caleb and Elena
Mm-hmm.
situation. I really do. Trying to get there, dude, just not able to do it. Sorry. And rolling out. Because I think she's gonna end up ultimately, okay, I'm so invested in this. I'm into you. I'm getting a weird vibe from you. Are you into me or not? Is what their season is gonna boil down to. And he's gonna be like, actually, no, I'm not. I like you. I think you're cool. But no, I'm not ready to commit and do all of that. It's just like with the cats. He's like, well, they can, you can refer to me as Uncle Christian. And she's like, but you're like the man of the house or the day. He's like, we're not even married yet. Slow down. I'm like, damn, she was just joking. You know
Yeah,
what I
and I
mean?
couldn't tell if he was joking or he was being serious, and she couldn't either. I think it could
Yeah.
have been a joke if she was secure in the relationship. It would have been a joke, but
And he didn't even laugh after it. I'm just kidding.
yeah,
You know what I mean? None of that.
he's looking awkward. He's really looking way awkward. Like, this is so. It's making me feel awkward watching them.
It made me feel awkward watching it, and it made me kind of team Cleo, because I wasn't on either team, but it really made me team Cleo because I'm like, wow, I feel bad for her.
I feel like he's misleading her, going over there and then being like that. Hey Shay, welcome in.
Shay
Happy
J,
birthday.
what's
Shay
up,
J
baby
in the
girl?
house.
Glad to have you.
We got
Always
the
glad to
crew.
have you. Yep. Huh?
I said we got the whole crew.
Yeah. Shout out to Renee Revelinsky. I hope she's having a good trip. Shout out to Ro, wherever she's at. Maybe she can spin through later. Old school, Eric Smoto. Eric Smoto, I hope everything's going all right with you, man. Check in.
Farrah is from ADT, right?
Yes, Farrah is from ADT. Farrah, if you type something else, you'll see that you have a wrench by your name now too as well. But yeah, man, I don't know.
Think over here or something. What's the wrench? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I honestly think that it's gonna. I think they'll probably have some good times together, and they'll hang out, and they'll try to have sex, and maybe even pull it off. But it's not going to be enough to keep Christian involved in the game. I think he's going to check out on her.
I'm still confused if she's already had the surgery. Like, is she a woman?
She's transitioning,
So she still has the equipment.
I think so. Yeah.
I think that's where he's getting confused because it's like, what does he want? Like, she's not expecting to have sex with him as a man and her being a man. I'm confused at what their expectations are, or is he just over there to like get to know her, be intimate, and do like the first and second base or whatever,
Your
and
guess is as
then
good as
wait
mine.
for her to transition and then be into her, because if he's not into men, that's where the awkwardness is coming in, that she's still technically, like, I guess sexually a man, but he likes her as the woman that she is on the outside.
Yeah. And I
Yes.
think the family, quite honestly, I think the family got in his head pretty good.
Yeah, and I think it's like, even if he wants to, now he's feeling conflicted because he doesn't want to disappoint his family. It's the thing about the whole coming out thing, but he doesn't realize, look, you're already on TV, you went this far. If you're into that dude,
Yeah.
just go for it, and don't make her feel bad because your family isn't, up to date here and okay with
Right.
the new world we live in. Farrah said, "Hey there, I love being here." Oh, thank you. We love
Oh,
having you.
Farrah, thank you. We love having you, baby girl. Thank you for your support. I appreciate you.
Oh my gosh, Shay J's got.
Hopefully Eric Smoto's doing all right. What's Shay J up to?
She said yesterday she heard Kelly has to appear in court due to charges from the altercation with the daughter. You're kidding me. I don't believe Kelly did anything wrong here. I don't know about you guys. I might be wrong. I guess we'll see what the court says. They done ruined that man's life because he was a cop and he didn't seem like he had any kind of, like, he didn't even seem like he
Violent
ever got
tendencies towards.
angry. But I don't know. You never know what can happen. Buddha said, yes, he does, Shay J. I think he definitely overstepped. Oh, he did. Okay.
Oh,
I guess Kelly. I'm interested what
wow. Yeah, we need to look that up, honey.
happened. Mm-hmm.
Did he put his hands on her?
With her daughter?
Because that would explain a lot. Wow. Yep.
But
Can't
her
wait
and
to
her
read up
best
on that.
friend apparently have parted ways because the friend sided with Kelly. I heard, right?
Really?
That's what I heard like a long time ago when I read
Wow.
about it. Did you hear apparently Chris admitted she has an addiction? No, Buddha. We were
What?
allegedly. Remember that?
Yeah. Wow. How did they get her to do that? Because that's the real, we said it. We called it here on J&J Video Reacts. We called that Chris is going through all of that and disappearing for weeks on a time, ghosting
Mm-hmm.
Jasmine, because come on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
It's a no-brainer.
it was so obvious.
Opioids.
When you've ever been
Yeah.
around someone with addiction or had addiction, you know.
And she's on opioids. If you're taking them on a regular basis, they are addictive.
Yeah.
You will get that's what took Prince out.
Yep.
They are addictive. It's taken out so many athletes that have used painkillers in their after season or after career life, and have ended up losing their lives to drug overdoses for this stuff. So, I don't know.
Her behavior was just so, like, dismissing her feelings, saying she had to go for weird reasons. When there was a problem with the medication, she did everything she could. That was her first, priority. And then she left, and, she was like, I'm not worried about the money. Why are you? Maybe that's why she was making money to pay for it. And then the son.
Right. The son with the drugs. And I honestly think that he and Chris, their cases are tied together.
Yeah.
I think he was either supplying her or selling for her, or both, selling for her, to her, and everything in between.
Yeah.
I think that she was involved in why he got locked up. And that's one of the reasons why she wanted to get there and stay there and kind of support him, because she knew she had something to do with it.
And the lies and the making up stories and making this girl look like the crazy one.
Well, we got a lot of stuff to look up.
Mm-hmm. Buddha said a lot of people seen it, but I guess producers didn't want her to discuss it on the tell-all. I saw a screenshot from another content creator. Yeah, because I guess that's a touchy subject, and if she's battling that addiction, they didn't want people, I guess, attacking her before she was ready to admit it, maybe. Because she,
right.
That was actually nice of the producers. Usually they don't care what anybody does and just lets people go have a free range. Miss Cleo, remember that psychic lady.
Yeah, the phone lady or the psychic lady.
Oh, geez,
Okay, and last but not least, we got a new couple that's been introduced. We got what is Statler and Dempsey.
yeah,
This season's this season's lesbian couple. And I don't know, the jury is still out because that was extremely disturbing that she's on her way to meet this woman. And you guys let me know what you think about this in the chat. She's on her way to meet this woman. Two things: she already had a relationship in England that went south, and number two, that relationship apparently just recently reached out to her and said, I was wrong.
so
Come
she's
back.
already got that side item over there that she doesn't have to put her all into this, because she's kind of reminds me of what's his name that went over there to see Pedro's mother.
Alejandro.
No, his friend
Oh,
Alejandro.
Scott.
Scott, right.
Yeah.
You know how he got over there and he kind of had one foot in, and then when they couldn't communicate for a minute, he was like, this just ain't gonna work out. And all of a
And he
sudden
ran off
the
to
ex
his
that we
ex.
found out reached out to him and wanted to hook back up, and now she done ditched him again and he's somewhere off in a car crying. But her story, the more quirky someone is in the beginning, now it's starting to scare me, because we did see the lady that we just talked about, Chris, running around in a fairy costume, like she was Miss, like, I'm this great
And she
quirky
was taken
person. I just
from
go where
Disney.
the wind
From the
takes
Disney.
me. And look
She
at
was
this same.
Tinkerbell from Snow White or whatever that
And
is.
she was very far from Tinkerbell personality. So this girl is giving me weird vibes that she has a problem committing, but I'm not sure, because she said the other lady broke up with her, but why? Like, what happened in that? And like, it's still so much. I'm not trusting the whole situation. And then she's like,
Me either.
I'm crazy and I like to take chances sexually, and this girl doesn't like to do that. She's completely opposite of me. So I'm like, what are we getting ourselves into? We'll see how this goes.
Yeah.
Let's hope they get along and they don't, you know.
Yeah.
Can somebody represent the lesbian relationship here in the proper way?
Please
It's like,
don't let them all
we don't have to make
crazy.
it crazy. Like, we're not crazy all the time.
Yeah, don't make them all and crazy, man. That's just not fair. It's not true. There are some out there that
But
are over the
crazy.
top, but nah, it's like, but yeah, I don't know. This girl seems like she's got a lot going on. She falls in love too quick and with too many, and I don't like the fact that she's got this whole thing set up to where I feel like it's a Scott situation, another Scott situation. If it doesn't work out with this girl, she's gonna go run it back to
She's
the
like
ex
a
because the ex
female player.
back. Yeah, she's like she wants to run back. If the ex, it's like she's got it lined up. If it
Yeah.
doesn't work out, plan B is my ex wants me back, so I'll dip back into that pool.
And I
But
was
now Scott's back with Lydia.
oh, he is?
Well, he came back. You know what? As a matter of fact, we got to check that out tonight because I
Yeah.
forgot to go back and look at that. Apparently, the last time we watched it, they had a preview of Scott going back to Lydia because his ex dumped. Remember, he was
Yeah, the ex dumped him.
The ex dumped him. So hey Lydia, how you doing? I'm like, what, Scott? Really?
He's trying. And
Yeah.
the thing is, I think the girl, the lesbian lady, is very insecure, and that's why she's so promiscuous, or whatever word you want to use. Like, I feel like she's afraid of being rejected, so she puts it like she doesn't care and she just out to, screw around. But I think in seriousness, that's what part of her problem is, my psychology part, psychological.
Listen, does anybody else think that remember the movie Groundhog Day? Andy McDowell. Does anybody else think she's Andy McDowell and Demi Moore hooked up and had a baby with a little sprinkle of Janine Garofalo? That chick, it reminds me of all three of those women. She reminds me of all three of those women.
The picture you have up here, kind of the girl on the right may look like Demi Moore too, in a sense. in this picture. But yeah,
When
I
she
see
cuts
those
her hair.
three.
Yeah, she looks like a cross between Andy McDowell and Demi Moore. And she acts like Janine Garofalo a little bit. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, I'm curious to see how that plays out. So apparently she's already going over there with a bunch of anxiety, so and she's in the bathroom throwing up and all of that. So this girl, something is not
Something ain't right.
something's not all the way
All
there
them
up there,
damn
but
TV
that's all
dinners
good.
she's eating because she's throwing up.
Did y'all see her refrigerator with all those TV
She's got
dinners?
sodium probably.
That's
Thank goodness she's young.
crazy.
Dolly said, I think Lydia kicked him to the curb. Oh, good. She needed to.
I hope she did. I hope she did. And I'm not a big Lydia fan, but I felt bad for her in that situation. So hopefully, yeah, she's not giving him the time of day, because it's like, oh no, you didn't already mess this up. You better go try to dig your ex back up, because this is off the table now.
Dolly said, oh no, Buddha said, is it Statler or Staller moves too fast
Statler.
to me. But she
what?
She said she moves too fast. She's a kid that just moves too fast, LOL.
Does anybody else think that the best friend looks like she kind of had a feeling for her too?
Yeah.
The one that dropped her off at the airport?
What's the deal with the friend? Is she married?
I don't know. I don't think they told us, but she almost looked like she was kind of giving her the side eye, kind of looking at her like, are you sure you want to do this? Like, I love you.
Right. Either
like she looked devastated when she said she was moving over there, but she could have just been concerned because she did that
seen
before.
Her do it before and go through it, and then she's stuck there having the lunch with her while she's crying and stuff. Maybe it depends. She might be like living vicariously through her, like she's the stable friend, the quintessential best friend that's like, oh, here's my crazy friend doing weird stuff again, which ended up being me in most of my friendships. There she goes. Now she's not eating meat. Buddha said a little bit, but I could tell she was being a concerned friend. Yeah, I think a little bit of both, maybe, if Dawn's seeing that with Gator.
But yeah, man, I don't know. That's just gonna turn out weird. So I definitely don't think that Cleo and Christian are gonna stay together. The jury is still out on this lesbian couple. Gino and Jasmine definitely need to call the toxicity off and just go their separate ways. And I guess we'll see what happens next week with maybe Tyree and because they showed some previews that they're going to go back to the other couples next week. They're going to show us Nicola and Misha, and they're going to show us Tyree, and apparently something else is going on with this chick now.
Oh, right. I saw that.
He hired a PI, right? And the PI's like, yeah, no, it's not just pictures. It's raunchier than that. I'm like, what you got? Pictures, videos of her having sex or something? I'm like, what else could there be? Bottom line is, leave her alone. Leave the fantasy of Carmela alone, period. Go for something completely new, because every avenue you go down with this chick is a dead end and somebody you should not be with, if they're even real. So it's like, I don't know what he's not getting about that, but this whole thing is just sketchy with this, whoever this chick is. So he needs to just walk away from that. But
I was wondering too, if anybody, we can do it in the chat here, comments, and then also if anybody's watching this after, they can put their predictions. I'm curious what other people think about these couples. I saw you just gave yours, who's going to work and who's not. I don't know. This is kind of like going into a married at first sight direction, where I'm not seeing a lot of these working out, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, y'all let me know what you think in the chat. Well, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up, guys. I did get started late, so I don't want to keep you guys too late. And I know Jen's probably hungry. So, Buddha, 2 days of fruit straight.
Wow, that is so good. I'm so proud of you, because you were on a different trend there because of the holiday and everything, and you just totally started working out, eating fruit, and I'm like,
you know how I do. I've been working out the past 2 days again and eating fruit the past 2 days, drinking a gallon of water, and I feel fantabulous. My energy level is up here.
I'm on a month
You
of
know?
raw, like we talked about on Meatless Monday, and she's on 2 days. I haven't even been able to go to the completely all fruit for the whole day. I've been having a little bit of salad in the evening. I'm so proud of you.
But either way, I'm proud of you, because doing that all raw thing, that's just not an easy thing to do. And now that I'm doing it and taking it, even one step further with just fruit, I'm like, wow,
That
do
is
I really
so
want to do this?
healing. I am so excited for you. And Buddha said congrats, and she wants to talk about okay, so next week let's talk about 90 Day the Other Way. Mary and Brandon are both obsessed with each other. I can't remember who that is.
The Other Way.
90 Day the Other Way. Mary and Brandon are both. Oh, wait a minute, Brandon. All right.
Huh?
She's going to have to tell us more about that. Yes, but congratulations to you. I'm so excited for you.
I'm happy. I'm happy. I feel good.
And I wanted to just thank you for having me on here as usual. Yes, I am very hungry. I could stay
Thank
forever
you for
and talk
being
about
here.
this stuff, though. I could even put off my food, even though I barely ate all day. But thank you for having
We
me.
gotta get you
Thank you,
some.
Buddha. And it's been really great talking with you. Farah, thank you. She said, way to go, Dawn. Congratulations on working out and eating healthy. Yes, congratulations.
Thank you, sweetie. Thank you. I
AJ,
appreciate it.
Dolly, thank you for coming. I forget who else was here, but thank you all.
Thank you, everybody, for being here. Buddha, thank you, Dolly, thank you. Renee Revelinsky, wherever you are, check in with us. Let us know you're all right. Thank you, Shay J, for coming and hanging out. Farah, I will see you in the chat tomorrow, mañana. But other than that, everybody have an awesome night. Ro, wherever you are. Karen, if you're listening, I love all of you, and I hope you all have a fantastic week. And yeah, I'll be back with my thumbnails next week.
We love you, JJ Video.
Aw, I love you guys.
Everybody that wasn't here, and I'm so thankful for the ones that were. Thank you.
Love you guys.